was a young man who called in several weeks ago from Canada who was talking about going to a camp.
Right, Jesus camp.
A Jesus camp type summer camp.
Yep.
Is James right?
Yep.
Yeah. So, James, if you're out there, today would be a good day to get your Skype up and call in because Tracy's looking forward to continuing that conversation. Got James on the line. How you doing?
Oh. Hi.
How was Jesus camp?
I had quite an experience there.
Do tell.
Hey, I'm going to be rude and get up, but I'm still listening. We got an audio problem I need to look at.
All right. I got quite a bit of footage, which I put up on my YouTube channel. It wasn't too much of a surprise for me, in all honesty, because I've gone, I've gone about 16 years in a row at least now. And this camp was just specifically for teenagers. A lot of the stuff was more of a reinforcement of previously indoctrinated beliefs, I guess, that they start at the typical Jesus camp age. Because I was there in kindergarten, and
wow.
They work up from there.
So this was your second time going?
No, this was my second time going as an atheist. I've gone for 15 years.
Oh, wow.
And was a fundamentalist until I was about 13 or 14.
Okay.
Yeah. Then I said on the other show, I went on YouTube and started looking up videos because I wanted to, be able to debate with atheists, and I wanted to be able to prove them wrong.
Sure. And
it didn't really work out that way. It kind of went the other way for me.
That's what happened to me.
Yeah. I had to, of course, remain in the closet. I have still been that way for the last 2 years, except for friends, of course, but nobody at the camp knew. They all know me, so they treated me just the same, and I had to kind of put on a cover. But then again, I knew exactly how to do it since I've been a fundamentalist.
Plenty of practice.
Majority of my, yeah. It was alarming how easy it was for me to just put on the face and pretend I wasn't disgusted by it. It was actually quite horrible there.
Wow.
I didn't notice how bad it was, and still I'm able to tolerate it, I think, much better than a lot of people. I've put up about, I think, 5 videos now, roughly about 10 minutes long. Mostly it's of the messages from the pastors, and I got several of the calls they did to do your offerings and tithes. Because even though they're only teenagers, they, of course, ask for money. They even actually do it with the younger-aged kids. I remember being about 8 or 9 years old, and then, the buckets come by, and they still take money from children, which is...
You know what? I remember just vaguely when I used to go, and by the way, you realize, of course, that by putting these up here, there's a good chance that somebody who went to that camp is going to figure out who shot that video.
I didn't give any information as to where the camp is in any of the videos, and I did distort the video in most of them so that you can't see who it is.
Okay.
I know.
Let me tell you, you put stuff up on the internet, people are going to find it. I can guarantee it happens. I can tell you about it. My girlfriend can tell you about it. People you wouldn't expect are going to find it. I can tell you, though, when you were talking about the offering stuff, I don't remember very many specifics. I went to Camp Windermere, Lake of the Ozarks, for most of my youth. Matter of fact, I've still got, I evidently went all the way to my, right before my senior year or right at my senior year of high school, which I didn't remember it that way. I remembered that, I stopped going before then, but I've got a Windermere 87 thing in my Bible. I don't remember specifically how they did offerings and stuff. It strikes me as odd that perhaps you'd send your young kid off to summer camp, and in addition to, the clothes and the miscellaneous stuff that you need to pack and bug spray and stuff, you also need to give them
$300 to go for the week. That's the cost of the program.
Yeah, and then you also need to send them with cash. I remember that we were sent with cash specifically so that we could buy some candy or, a soft drink, or that we could, rent one of the boats that cost $1 a day or something down there. So you had this money that was your allotment, and I'm assuming that my parents included additional money that was for offerings. So do you have to sit around and budget with the money you've got as to, am I going to put some in the offering plate today, or am I going to wait till like the end of camp and put whatever's left in the offering plate? Or, are they going to try and guilt me out of my candy bar money?
Oh, yeah. I used to do that all the time. I got guilted out of candy bars a couple times.
I can definitely remember being guilted out of money that I wanted to spend on something else.
They use horrible analogies, though, too. I think one of the nights they started with them talking about a birthday for their son, and then acting like we need to give just not because of what God's done, but for just who he is. It was kind of disconcerting to see the approval that they got for that. I thought at least they'd be a bit, hesitant to give away their money, but I saw lots of big bills going in there even.
I can tell you this, if I had somebody and I had gotten them some birthday presents and I didn't hear from them ever, not a thank you, not a phone call, not a letter, not a dinner, whatever, eventually they're going to stop getting presents from me.
Yeah. Unfortunately, at this camp this year for me, I didn't see too much proselytizing, because the format for this place is you send the kids when they're younger, and that's where the major indoctrination starts. And by the time you're the age I am, I actually just turned 17 in July, they basically expect that you already agree with most of the stuff they're already going to say, so they don't have to convince you of anything anymore.
Yeah, it's not proselytizing. It's all about revival and rededicating your life and,
exactly.
And showing that you've been a reprobate over the last year and not been as good to God as you should have been.
That's exactly what it was like. And a lot of stuff with, because it's a Pentecostal camp, a major focus is on getting them to speak in tongues, which was, I freely admit, hilarious.
Did you speak in tongues?
I think actually I did when I was around 12 or 13 years old. I can't do it anymore. I don't think I could even bring myself to do it anymore.
Oh, come on now. At 12 you were able to fake it. You can't fake it now?
No, I can't. I cannot nearly. I can't even do the whole rolling of the tongue thing anymore. I lost all those exotic inflections.
Not going to get as many dates as you thought you were.